5 critical minutes.
Uh, Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new session of 5 critical minutes. We are going to be playing two games today. One is Sawblades, and the other one is Identifile. So, Jenny, could you tell us your experience with the first one?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everybody. Welcome to 5 Critical Minutes. I tried the Sawblade game from a Singapore developer, and as a 2D game, it reminded me a lot of my childhood, I have to say. So we were checking the games mainly on how appealing they are and how engaging they are. So of course, there's in general the fun factor, which can be part of both of them. So yeah, while I was playing it, I have to say, first of all, it's a very hard game. It requires a lot of skill, which I obviously don't have. You can see my gameplay in the main window, and I love a challenge, and I have to say it's very challenging, and this is what the part which was engaging to me. This is like my first yeah impression. So I don't know if you're going to see my high score. I think it's roughly 24, so I'm very low on the leaderboard. So, but in general, I have to say what I liked a lot is like the whole feeling, the CRT look, the curved edges, which you can turn off. This is what I also like about this game. You can change a lot. You have a lot of options that you can change, so you can make it the way you want it, like the camera shake and even like the score right now 11, 12, 13, you can put it like smaller, bigger, on the side, up, down. This is very nice from the developer taking care of this. What I was missing a bit, I mean, the tutorial was very quick, so left, right, jump and double jump. But it took me some time to realize if you hold the space bar a bit longer, you jump higher. I didn't get that in the beginning. I was dying way too early. And for the game itself, like the visuals, they match the game. There's nothing. It's very coherent, I have to say. Did a very nice job. You see even the effects like moving left, right. If I say perfect, I couldn't make it better. Not that I'm a 2D developer, but I'm just saying, very nice. Yeah, I don't know, David. What's your first impression?
Um, it's more or less like what you got, especially with the jump. I first play fuse and I hit the space once, and it's like, wow, this is really challenging. I was jumping all of them. Then I found that what you said, the longer you press, it goes, and then you can do double jump. Now, one of the things that I mean, I like it can be customized a lot, and this is what I'm gonna come now. One of the things that I feel myself a little bit frustrating is I could not reach 10, all the time. And the reason I identify was because that little thing that is moving there was brown. So I do not perceive when it is moving because I'm not looking at that thing. I keep looking at the saw blades moving on the screen. And later I just say, I will change it. I will change it to one little yellow one, and immediately my tire goes higher. It changed from um, don't reach 10, I made 27 on the second or third match. So I believe the perception that you may have on the little character moving there may be very important. But the game itself, I like it. It has use. The music goes there. It keeps what is the word? Putting you in the environment and inviting you to play. So I think overall, yeah, it's an interesting game. It's challenging. I do not know how it will be progression feeling, as in what happen when you reach 50 or 100. Is it becomes harder, or is in this kind of game, in this kind of games, the people like to have the challenge as it is and keep going as far as they can.
Did you have the feeling that if you don't skip a blade, like if you can make it work, that you jump all of over all of them, that it makes it easier? Because this is what I realized when I was avoiding a few, then it didn't help avoiding them.
I yeah well. I got the feeling that if you avoid them, things will get worse. But I have the feeling
Yes.
that they just go on the top, and I felt like shouldn't you be punished for trying to avoid them? And
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
indirectly, it's punishing you because they're still on top of your jumps, like they're leaving. But if you do the double jump, you can still hit them. It happened to me a lot. So I realized like whenever I try to jump off all,
There was
over
one.
all of them, it was easier, or I made more points. Let's say it like that.
That's true. Now there was one thing I always. I think my brain is programmed for that. If you jump and then you fall on the top of the blade, I was expecting the blade to die. But no, it's like you cannot touch the blade. And so it sometimes happens that you can go half and half back, and the blade, and you keep the blade. You don't really have to pass it on the top. Once that it gets green, you can go back the same way and it's destroyed. And there is also something that they don't say in the tutorial, apart from the you press longer. It's like you can press down, but I'm not so skillful yet. But I mean, you can press down and then you suddenly fall down faster.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was thinking like Tetris.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
had the same feeling, but yeah, the tutorial didn't teach me that. And I tried it the two, three times. I thought I had a feeling for a moment it worked, but it wasn't. It
I
was
don't
just
know.
a feeling or a wish. So maybe this could be something.
I got a feeling, but I can't say. I mean, it's a
I,
game that you have to react very quickly.
Yes, yes. And the thing is that they come randomly, completely randomly. So every run is new. I don't know because there are different modes that I have not unlocked. So
Oh yeah.
maybe there are some modes which are exactly they come always like a seed, always like the same way, and then you need to learn the pattern, and then based on learning the pattern you can perform very well. This would be an interesting part for me. It reminds me a bit of Guitar Hero, which I used to, yeah, love to play. And yeah, when you know the patterns, the sequences, it makes it much easier. And here it's I'm not sure, they come maybe random, or semi-random. There will be some logic behind it, like when if they come from the right or from the left.
The
This is what
bouncing
I feel.
also is not always in the same. I mean, sometimes I hope they are bounced, but they don't bounce. How to say in the same angle. Sometimes they change. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's sometimes not so predictable. So you have to be more reactive than predictive. And
Hmm.
it's what you say. I'm learning the patterns, and then I keep getting better on that. So improve.
What do you think about the? It's a Steam game. This is the one thing that a bit was surprising to me. Like I really don't know how such games perform on Steam. Mainly because when you play the game, it only uses, I'm just going to say, one third of your screen, like the
Yes,
center.
agree.
So, and that's why I mean, it reminds me of Game Boy, even before Game Boy era, in black and white, where you had those left, right, and jump handhelds. So yeah, this is like an interesting bit. Like, can such a game perform well on Steam? This is something we need to find out. I hope we're gonna have one day the developer here on the show and talk to him and find out more about this.
Yeah, I would like that too. I don't know if it will perform on Steam. We just have to sit down and wait. It's gonna be easy. Okay, so we move to the second game, Identifile.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so what do you feel with Identify?
So I have to mention that I had some issues to record my game, but this has nothing to do with the game itself. So I didn't know what to expect. I have to say. I mean, the name sounded a bit, yeah, it made me curious. It made me curious. The visuals were, yeah, reminding me of Windows XP. I mean, you
95
know,
or XP?
identify, yeah. So, and in the beginning, I couldn't connect to the game in the beginning, but after playing it, I had to play it two, three times because I had issues with the recording. And every time I played, I learned more and new things, and it made it better every time I played. I have to say this. I have to admit this. So right now we're seeing like an effect in the background. Okay, it has to be something like virus. I believe this can be improved somehow. I don't know if it's like a nostalgic look or thought how viruses looked like in the past, but like this visual I didn't like personally. But the game itself, when I found out that I can just hold the mouse button and drag it around like the cursor, this was like life changing or game changing in this case. Um, I have to mention that I played this game with a trackball, not with a mouse.
Okay.
So it was a extra I would call it. It was an extra challenge.
Yes.
Still worked very well. And yeah, playing in the second and third time, I realized there are a way the variety on enemies was nice. And then I started to get more and more into this game. So I believe this game has way more to offer than it looks like at the first glance. This is my feeling. And if you think about like what you're really doing, like they take this this adventure game and put this into a desktop file manager virus scan program, and you're the cursor as the player, I have to say it's very not great idea, also great execution in general. Okay, the visuals is not 100% my style, but it works for this game. My first impression.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I like the idea. I believe the idea is good. It's like this kind of games that you have to be exploring, and then you are gonna find the enemies and you're gonna kill them. I am not sure about the art style. I think very, it's not there. It's not very appropriate using this kind of pixel art, and I think the virus or something like that has to do something like with this kind of internet culture, like the use for memes or something like that, which I'm not very familiar with. So anyway, I think also the UI was not so easy to read because yes, it has some kind of feeling of Windows XP or Windows something, but it did not really go there. So I think maybe other kind of UI here will be better. Overall, I find that sometimes it was a little bit awkward. You have this kind of how to say the tree because you are exploring the tree directory. Sometimes you click on the tree directory and it wasn't working, so it's not what I was expecting. I think it's about discovering the game and so on, but don't know. My feelings are 50-50. Also, when you are rounding around the enemy, it is a simple polyline. They are not joins. I think can be polished, can be really really polished. But the
Agreed.
game may be there. One of the things I find the hardest of all of them is like whenever you see all the virus, I think the red things should say just run away from there. But when you are fighting the virus, everything is red. It is very hard to decide like, hey, these parts are gonna be dangerous, these parts are okay. You like for example, there is one of the horses, and I started to put the beam about what is this gonna be, and you don't know. I was thinking like, can you touch the beam or it's okay? Can I pass? Can I pass? It's- I mean, it keep me doubting, thinking all the time what I can do, what I cannot do. I don't know. Like for example, here the big boss. Can you go around that one or have to go around the other ones? The
I
circles that
didn't
you
even play
appear.
the big boss. I didn't even see him. I
Uh,
didn't really reach that far. And I saw in the beginning you were going around his face or whatever because you also didn't know that the round didn't even had started yet. So some things can be definitely be improved here.
Yeah, that's something there, and also there's some cycles that appear, and if the mouse is there, then you die or you get this. The visual effects when you get damaged, I saw after I played two times, there are some hearts on the top, like they leave the health, but
But the game I have to say has more depth than it looks like.
it has. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
exploring game. It's like this kind of exploring game that you're gonna go. You will get different kind of files. I'm very sure they will be harder and harder. I mean, the idea is very good. Execution, I feel it is failing a bit, but the idea is nice. And they both games are targeting different kind of players, so they are unique in their own way.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I agree the visuals could be, I'm going to call it different. okay, for example, like right now here we see the viruses. Somehow it doesn't match the style of the background. Like I don't know if this could be some files or something like this. It could be in a different game right now. If I didn't see the
Yes,
file explorer in the background, it could be a completely different game. For
agree.
this part, I agree. I also had some issues, as I said, with the gameplay itself. But sometimes I understood like a combo till I found out like how to use the combos. I thought like I do one, I hit him, and then the next time I do it without being hit, I get a combo like a second one. But it wasn't like this. You have to do it in consecutively. Then you get like one, two, three, and yeah, maybe with the mouse. I saw your video like you did up to nine or something. This was extreme. I think I reached five and I was happy.
Okay, different
So
hardware.
but so the visuals can be improved or can be changed, but this I think is also like a taste thing. So but in a way I'm somehow getting more curious about what the game has to offer, and this is what I like because not to forget, this is the demo.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
the girl, I hate the girl, the little girl, like because you have to run around, you just have to stay close to her and run
Can
around.
you touch that beam? I didn't even try.
I don't think so. I mean, I was avoiding it, but
Yeah,
you're right. Like, it was too much red here and there, so you don't know. Did I was I hit? Did I hit them? Like, is it the damage on them? Is it damage on me?
uh, uh,
And do I have any option to get some life during the game? Like, if I
okay.
do like five
Yes.
combos, do I get some? I don't even know how much life I have until I die. Like when I die, okay,
Yeah,
then I realize
it is hard to
this is
perceive. Yes,
yeah, this is like the UI thing. But as I said, like it was surprisingly better than the first glance, I have to
yes, I
say.
agree. It is the mechanics of the games are more interesting than the visuals. Definitely,
Yeah,
there are also
and
some kind of keys that you can find there to open the zip files, which I thought like okay, I like the idea.
yeah,
And there is also like here the beams and this and that. I don't really know. Can you touch them? Can you not? And yes, you can get. One of the times I happened, I click. I don't know where I got life. I don't know for what reason. So, but
okay,
so yes, you can. So it's much offer. Okay,
yeah, I didn't.
voting
Okay,
time. Uh,
so what do we do?
okay, I do have
Like,
feelings about both games are interesting, and I'm not a gamer of any of them. Uh, but I mean, considering execution, my vote will go for Sawblades because I feel
uh,
it's more polished. And but now, will it perform better in Steam? I don't really know.
yeah, this is the only question mark that I have about, is it a Steam game? This is
Yeah.
the only question. Otherwise, it looks for me it looks very polished. Like I see the game and it feels like I'm in an arcade and want to play. And I like the challenge. And here I had too many question marks, I would say. This is the reason why I also go for the Soulblade game in this round. But I have to say it was a fair round in this one. I mean, we have to mention that we put all the titles into a random generator, and it created this pair. We didn't select like which. We only select the games in general, but not the match. And I had to say it was a fair match because sometimes it could become an unfair match. But this was fair, and for me also, my vote goes to Saw Blades.
Good. Yeah.
So congratulations to Saw Blades.
Congratulations. Let's see the next
A
one how it
tiny
goes.
chance of Saw Blades.
Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. I hope see you soon in the next session, and let's see which are the next following two. You want to say anything else to say bye?
What I have to say is like we're gonna have for this round we're gonna have another 7 matches, and then the first round is over, and we go to, I think it's a, how do you call it? Not semifinals, quarterfinals, huh? I think quarterfinals
I think.
afterwards.
I think.
So now it's the 16 games competing against each other. Then it's gonna be the 8, 4, and 2. Okay, and what did we say? We're gonna review the winners. This is what we promised
Yeah, we'll get deeper
on
playing
Steam.
there.
That's yeah. So if you want in the future, if you want to have your game also here on the show, you need to have a demo on Steam so we can also like review it. And the final thing, if you remember, we mainly are Mac users, but most of the games have a demo only for Windows.
True. That's true. That's true. I suffer there. Well, okay, I have both,
Uh,
but yeah, yeah, it's a problem.
yeah, we have Windows, but it's not like a natural habitat. Never mind. Okay, so thank you for this round, and hope to see you next week with the next games. Thank
Okay.
you so much, David. Huh?
Thanks to you, man. See you, man.
Yeah.